This is it. This is the one that's going to be correct. Hey everyone, special package today from Wattlecube. Let's go ahead and open it up. This is our first one from Wattlecube. Let's go through the middle. Let's see what we've got. We have bubble wrap and a bit hard to get that open. Some more bubble wrap. And last bit of bubble wrap. Woohoo! Okay, so I know what that is. Put that to the side. Ooh, very nice, very nice. Let's start with this one. It packs these well. Okay, let's get that open. So these are from Wattlecube, our new sponsor. If you want to buy some cubes from Wattlecube, just go to wattlecube.com.au and he's got the best prices for Australia and low postage, and none of those sneaky discount codes. Everyone gets the same great prices. This is the VINCUBE 4x4x4, which I've been looking forward to. Let's have a look at these two. Chop, chop, chop. Nice. We have the MoYu WRM V10. I've been looking forward to this very much. We have GAN 2x2, the GAN 251M Pro. And the last one, you can probably see the label through there. Let's get that open. Coffee. This is the YJ MGC Square-1. I'm not very good with Square-1, and my goal is this year to be able to do Square-1, at least be able to solve it within the time limit. The MoYu WRM V10, I've been looking forward to this one for quite a while. I've been maining the RS3M V5, and Ozymandias has been using the V9 version of this, which, as you can see in the video here, he quite often got corner twists, and so really good to be able to see how this one performs. The GAN 251M Pro, I don't have very good 2x2s at the moment, so I've been looking forward to seeing how this goes. I don't normally use GAN cubes, but the 2x2s that I've got so far, which is the MGC and the MoYu 2x2, I feel haven't been great. And this is the new VIN 4x4, which a lot of people have been talking about. Very interested to see how this will compare to the MGC and the MoYu ALSU 4x4, which I'm maining at the moment, which is super fast. So let's go. Which one shall we open first? I think we will leave this one for a later video, and we'll leave this one for a later video because I really want to get this and compare it to all my other 4x4s. And I really want to give this one a try and do some solves and show you how to do Square-1. Let's open this one first. Got my scissors this time. I remembered my scissors. Chun, 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 chun. Warning, choking hazard. Don't eat cubes, I think is what it's trying to tell you. Admittedly, if a 3-year-old could do a Rubik's Cube, 2x2 or 3x3, I'd be really impressed. Let's have a look. So our usual box, we have a box of accessories. We have the GAN GES nuts, which I also have on my old cube. These are slightly different though, slightly different colors. Blue, clear, and red color. We have in the box, nice. That's a nice bag. Little screwdriver. What else is in there? Some promotional material and some promotional material. How to do 2x2 and how more to do 2x2. I'll leave those for another day. Doesn't quite fit over there. And doink. Those colors are nice. They're really nice colors. First turns. Oh yeah, that's nice and smooth. It's got a nice matte texture to it. Doesn't have UV on this one. I can see the GAN nuts in there, so it's got the green ones at the moment, and it's either on 6 or 8. I can't really see what its tensioning is on. Yeah, that feels really good. I haven't done 2x2 for ages. I'm not sure if I can remember how to solve one. That's the white side. It's yellow. Ah, T-perm. Nice. 2x2s really live or die by their corner cutting, I think, because we try to turn them so fast. Really want to see how that's going to go. We will come. What's that? Oh, is that like a little stand for it? Oh, I wonder if that's the same size as the 3x3 box. Let's go to the MoYu WRM V10. This is the one I've been really waiting for, and I really want to see what it's like. This is the maglev version. 20 magnet ball core maglev, UV coated, super duper version. Got that off easier this time. It's really interesting to see that the price of this is a little bit less than the V9. Nice. The packaging's a lot smaller than the other ones, and so that certainly is a lot better for my bookshelf space. Usual sort of accessories. New accessories box. It's not the light blue one we're all used to. The battle axe again. Although it did actually say in the instructions it's the magic wand. The same how to solve a cube instruction document, which I promise I will read one day in English. And oh, these are slightly different. We've got this guy. I think that's Yushengdu. Was that the builder? Oh no, that's. Oh, I don't know who that is.
Just then.
So the phone conked out, and I recorded all this stuff on the V10, and it was just a practice run, it seems now. So coming back to the V10, has a really nice UV coated glossy outside. It's very smooth, and it does feel very slippery. It reminds me a bit of the YS3M, which I have in my last video, which you can watch here. The magnets are super grippy. They're not as strong as the YS3M. They're not as strong as, they're stronger than the RS3M V5. The top part here looks a lot like the V5. It has the same kind of shape here, but inside you can see it clearly has these bits, which are the WeiLong design, with some sort of features that look a bit like the RS3M V5 and some other cubes as well. Most importantly, I wanted to see what's the corner twisting like, and it's a bit hard. It definitely isn't like the V9, which corner twists super easily. I think if you loosen the tensions up a lot, it'll become a lot looser, and you probably will have a problem with corner twisting, but it definitely feels like it's much less likely to happen. It doesn't have the same problem that YS3M had, where it was super loose, and I found I was just making gaps with my fingers as I twisted and turned, especially for the D turns. Super fast. But it feels really comfortable. Like, it's a nice sensation. For me, the magnets are just spot on. They are a little bit tight, but I think you need that because it's a lot faster. It's not as fast as the YS3M. It's faster than my RS3M V5, but that's because I've got that set up a little bit differently. This has had no setup at all. Let's have a look at the adjustment system. The new new thing. I can't read those numbers. They're too small. So before you used to use the screwdriver to tighten or loosen the tensions for this direction, and this already feels pretty good. So I don't think I'd be going for any tighter, but I can't read the numbers for what's there. So the previous cubes, you would use this tool and go this direction, anti-clockwise, to adjust how tight it was in this direction. So with this one, if you go clockwise, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so it sounds like, oops, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's got 8 in each direction. You can definitely see when you're going anti-clockwise, the white ring is coming up, and so that's pulling the magnets together. So that will increase the tension, or the elasticity. The thing that tightens it when you're doing this. Go in the other directions, the one that tightens it for this way. So if I'm doing this one, it's going to affect this direction. The old style of doing it, which is this, at the moment it's on 1, so that will be the loosest setting, and it goes up to 8, whereas the other one went up to 9. So let's try it on 8 just to see what it's like. No, wrong tool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you can see the ring here definitely seems a lot higher. That definitely feels a bit tighter. I think you can see it's definitely stopping there because it's a bit tighter, so there's more friction between them. Whereas if I push this one, it definitely isn't going to, it's really hard to make it stop. So that's too much friction and you'd lose the benefit of the internal magnets. So let's put that back down to 1. Yeah, so that definitely feels better. So let's try the other direction. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I think 8 will be clicked down. Yeah, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, that definitely looks a lot tighter there. That definitely feels like a lot closer there than this side. Whether it's usable or not, I don't know. A lot of people have been discussing whether or not it actually works or not. I think I might just leave it on 1 for a while and then see how we go. I think I'm more likely to probably tighten this one up a bit, just to add a bit of more friction between them to slow them down a little bit. Oops, but it does feel really good. So we have the MoYu WeiLong V10 and the GAN 2x2, which we will practice over the next couple of days and come back for a full report. It's been about
1 week later
since I opened the MoYu WeiLong V10, and I've been giving it a run through its paces, a couple of 100 sols, try and see how it's going to go, and it's been pretty good. I've been a lot faster at it. It seems to be a bit of an easier turn, a bit more of a comfortable cube to turn. Okay, so here's the 3x3 review of the MoYu WeiLong V10. Roll film. Hey everyone, it's been a week and I've had a really good time with the MoYu WeiLong V10, which you can see here. It's a great cube. Compared to the RS3M V5, the V10 feels to me really similar. There's a lot of similarities in the piece design and so on, but the internals are really different. Some of the main differences are just to do with the magnets on this one and also on the new tensioning system. So here we'll go through a lot of the specifics of the cube, what's different, what's new, and we'll have a look at the inside as well. Okay, first up, I've got some of my best times on this cube. It seems to be achieving about a 10% faster time than the RS3M V5, which when you start getting down to the lower times for me, around 25 seconds average, that's a really good improvement just by using a different cube. The main thing I've noticed is it's a lot more responsive on the turning and on the stopping. so I can push it a little harder and not worry about it skipping over and making mistakes. I've now set this up how I like it, similar to the RS3M V5 and other cubes, and I'll walk through what I've done for that. Let's go ahead and adjust the cube, and I'll show you the preferred settings that I'm using. Might be different for you, but I'll show you what I've got and I'll explain why I like to use those ones. So let's get the caps off first, and they're really hard to get off, which I guess is good because it means they're not going to pop during a competition. Not that a cap coming off on a 3x3 is a problem during competition, but anyway. So here's the new design for the adjustment system. We have clockwise and counterclockwise adjustment. You use the magic wand, and in the notches here, we use the tool for here. So we don't need to use this one or this one or this one. So you can use these with the older cubes, and you can use that with some of the models that have adjustable magnets, like the Pyraminx and the version 8 of the WRM. So to adjust the tension this way, we put it in and turn clockwise. There are 8 settings, and you can hear it make a bit of a change and a click, and it feels a little bit different when you get to the bottom. If you look at the notches just here and the numbers just under them, which are a little bit hard to see, those are the numbers for the adjustment for the tension this direction. In my settings, I have 2 for the tension, although I do tend to come back and forth on that depending on how I feel. For the second setting, the elasticity, and that refers to essentially when you're turning it, how much friction there is between the 2 layers, because it's how much the magnets here are pulling together or pushing apart, and affect basically how fast you can turn. A tighter elasticity means it turns a bit slower. On this cube, if you turn it up too high, then effectively you lose that advantage of all the internal magnets, and it just turns into what I think is a bit of a regular cube. Again, for elasticity, it's counterclockwise, and it hears quite distinct click, and the cap here pops down when it gets set back to 1. And for me, I have it on 2. So I have 2 clockwise and 2 counterclockwise. And at the moment, that's how I like it. Depending on the competition or the day or whatever, I may change my mind. Next, for the setup, for the lubes, I'm using FC Calm, which just helps to slow down a cube a little bit and gives it a nice smooth feeling. I find these don't last as long as I would like them to. The FC Calm and the FC Rush, which is the same one with just a bit of water in it to make it a bit faster, they're really, really good. They're not silicone based, but there's something about them that to me just makes them feel like maybe they don't last as long as I would like them to. Lubes are really affected by the temperature. If it's hot or cold or humid or dry, they do tend to behave a little bit differently. I find in a warmer environment, like in a heated room, this performs really smoothly and really well. And when it's cold in winter, like it is now when I'm making this, it doesn't feel so great. The other lube that I used was a little bit of Mystic, just because I like the feel of it. I can't describe it any other way. That makes it just a bit softer and a bit smoother in the turning. I didn't use the MoYu number 2 on this one like I did for the YS3M, because I just felt like having a bit of a change. So I tend to also not use a lot of lubes, so it's really nice to turn now. It's very comfortable, it's very smooth. I'll show you the inside pieces, and I found it, because like for example the corner twisting is really tight now, and it's not going to happen at all like it does on the V9. In order to pull a piece out to show you, I found I had to loosen it completely. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. In order to give it that ability to pull a piece out. Otherwise, I felt like it was going to break. So that's really interesting to see that the tighter settings are really tight on this one. And maybe that just needs a little bit of adjustment from MoYu to sort of give it the opportunity to make it a bit looser. Because compared to, for example, the 20 magnet YS3M, which has the screw, it's really loose. Like it's really flexible when it came out of the box. Whereas this one, I don't think has the possibility to do that. So let's get a piece out. So what makes this one a bit different to the others is there are repelling magnets on the edges and attracting magnets. Come on. Wow, maybe that's what's stopping it from corner twisting. These things are massive. There we go. And there are attracting magnets on the corners. It's a split piece design. It's not a cap design, thankfully. And in here you can see there's appears to be a lot more sort of divots where the magnets are. You can see inside there are a lot more magnets as well. So you get repelling magnets here and attracting magnets here. So it's not just corner magnets, it also has magnets on the edges. And so the edge magnets attract these and the corner magnets repel these, and the edge magnets repel these and the corner magnets attract these. The other thing is it has this tortellini shape here, which the RS3M doesn't have, and the YS3M definitely doesn't have. It's just a very straight up and down design, which gives it that sort of blockier feel. These help with corner cutting. Will this go back in? That is the question today. Yes. Now, again, 1, 2, 1, 2. Isn't that nice? Isn't that easy? The only thing I've noticed about this, and since I've been using maglev cubes, this is something I've really noticed in some of the older cubes I have, which are spring ones, is the sound. The RS3M V5 is pretty much silent when you turn it, but this one has this strange, hollow, light-pitched, plasticky sound. It's a bit of an odd sound, but you definitely hear it when you're turning. You don't hear it on M slices, you only hear it when doing like U's and R's and so on. And it's really odd. And I don't know what it is. I presume it's the white ring. Maybe it's a little bit loose or something as you turn it. The only other downside is that the internal ring color is all orange. Unlike the Tornado V3, which has colors, so it's really easy to see where you are. This doesn't have those colors, and so I find it really hard to see those numbers. In summary, great cube. Should you get it? Yes. Which one should you get? There's a 20 magnet ball core maglev version, which is this one, and it's very fast. There's a spring version, and then there's a regular version with just 8 core magnet and springs. I think if you think the maglev is too fast, then you can use some lube to slow it down or make it just a little bit tighter, and you'll get the same effect as the springs. I don't think the friction of the springs adds that much to the turning, but I've been using maglev for quite some time now, since I started cubing, and I'm quite used to it. And I'm not very fast anyway, so it doesn't make a lot of difference to me. Or just buy both, spring and maglev, and then you've got a main cube and a spare. So you've got something to turn whilst your cube is off getting scrambled. That's my review. Great cube, and I will see you in the next video. Oh, and don't forget, here's the video of the GAN 2x2. When I get it done, it will be here. So thanks for watching to the very end. That video will be there. Boink.